Okay, so students, today we are discussing a very important topic, gunshot topic, and that is Young's double slit experiment. And this type of concept was repeatedly asked in 2018 and 2019. Okay, it's a very simple concept. There is nothing to do here. Here, it's very simple in Young's double slit experiment that here this is a single source which is having two double slits here. So light from this single slit will pass over to the double slits, and these light rays will meet somewhere here, forming some dark or bright band. Let us imagine a bright band is formed here. Okay, so if this is the situation, it's very simple. What you have to do here is you have to apply the concept that is sine theta. Sine theta means it is opposite side delta x and hypotenuse d here. Okay, so we can write now d sine theta is equal to delta x. Okay, so for bright band delta x is equal to n lambda. Delta x equal to n lambda. Okay, so therefore, and if theta is very small, you can write sine theta approximately equal to theta. Sine theta approximately equal to theta here. Therefore, we can write now d into theta is equal to delta x can be considered as n into lambda here. Okay, so therefore we can also write here theta is equal to n lambda by small d. So according to this concept, what are we going to get? Let us see here. If you apply that concept in doing the problems, what are you going to get now? So for example, you have taken this formula here. With this formula, you will understand one concept here. What is that? It is delta is directly proportional to lambda, that is theta is directly proportional to lambda, and theta is inversely proportional to d here. D means the distance between the two slits, whereas lambda is nothing but the wavelength of the wave. Okay, so the wavelength of the wave coming from the source is taken as lambda here. So how are we going to solve the problems of 2018 and 2019 here? Let us see here. Okay, so once have a look on this problem which was asked in 2018 here. So this was the problem which was asked in 2018. If to increase the fringe width to 0.21, previously the fringe width was 0.2, now the fringe width has been increased to 0.21. Then what are we going to do here? Okay, so what do you mean by fringe width here? So what is the meaning of angular width of the fringe here? This is going to be the angular width of the fringe here. If you observe this problem here, which was asked in previous year, let us see how are we going to solve this problem which was asked in previous year. Okay, so angular fringe width is given here. Now let us see what is happening here. Okay, so you are just doing like this. Theta is inversely proportional to d here. Okay, so as theta is inversely proportional to d, let us see what is going to happen here. So first of all, angular fringe width, it is given. What is it given here? So theta 1 is given as 0.2, theta 2 is given as 0.21 degrees here. Okay, so therefore what is happening for that, what are you going to do here? So you all know that d1 is also given. How much it is given now? D1 is given as 2 mm. Then we need to find out what is d2 here according to this problem here. How are we going to solve this problem? Let us see here. It's very simple. What we need to do here is, okay, just you do here. So as theta is inversely proportional to d, what are we going to do here? We need to find out here d2 by d1 is equal to theta 1 by theta 2 here. So therefore d2 is equal to theta 1 by theta 2 into d1. So d2 is equal to, what is theta 1? It is 2. Theta 2, theta 1, no, theta 1 is 0.2. Theta 1 is 0.2, and what is theta 2? This is 0.21 into d1. What is d1 here? d1 is 2 mm. Therefore d2, if you find out after doing calculations, you'll be getting 1.9 approximately. If you want, you can check it. 1.9 mm you will be getting. So in this way you have to solve the problem of 2018. Now let us discuss about the problem of 2019 here. If you go have a look on this problem 2018 here, it's a little bit slightly different problem. Previously the arrangement was done in air, then angular fringe width was 0.2. If the same arrangement was done in water, okay, or in some other liquid, what happens? See, angular fringe width, the first minima is found to be this much. Okay, the entire experiment is immersed in water. Then what happens here? Okay, previously it was in air, now it is in water. So how are we going to solve this problem here? Let us see how can we solve the problem of this type here now by using the same concept which was given here. So you all know from this, it is clear that d sine theta is equal to n lambda. D sine, this is 2019 problem which was asked in previous year. Okay, so how are we going to solve this problem here? So d sine theta is equal to n into lambda here. And you know, if angle is very small, we can write d into theta is equal to lambda because n equal to 1 here. Okay, so n equal to 1 first. Then what are we going to get now? So theta is equal to lambda by d. It is clear that from this concept that lambda, theta is going to be directly proportional to lambda here. Okay, so if theta is directly proportional to lambda here, let us see what is going to happen here. Then what is the relation between what is this? It is given here, refractive index. So what is the relation between refractive index and wavelength here? So we all know that mu is equal to v1 by v2. This is mu 21. Okay, so we can also write this as n into lambda 1 by n into lambda 2. Okay, so nn gets cancelled. So lambda 1 by lambda 2 you're getting. Frequency is not showing change here when medium is going to be changed here. Okay, so first of all, the experiment was done in air. Okay, now experiment is done in water. Then what happens is telling. So what is the relation here? Let us see. Okay, so refractive index, you know, 1, 2. 1 is a superscript and 2 is the subscript. This can also be written as mu 2 by mu 1. With this you will understand that mu is inversely proportional to lambda. Mu is inversely proportional to lambda and theta is directly proportional to lambda. With this it is clear that, with these relations it is clear that, what is that? It is clear that theta is inversely proportional to mu here. Why is it so? Because theta is directly proportional to lambda and lambda is inversely proportional to mu. Theta is directly proportional to lambda and lambda is directly proportional to mu. So therefore final step will become theta is directly proportional to lambda and inversely proportional to mu you are getting. So therefore theta is inversely proportional to mu. Here theta in water by theta in air is equal to mu in air by mu in water. Let us see what is going to happen here. This implies that theta in water, if you observe, how much we are going to get? Theta in water by theta in air, it is given to be 0.2, which is equal to mu in air is 1 and mu in water is how much? Mu in water is 4 by 3 here. This implies that theta in water will become 3 by 4, it will become reciprocal into 0.2. So this is 2 2s are 4 and this is 0.1. Therefore 2 1s, this is 2, 1.5. So 1.5 into 1.5 into 0.1, how much you are going to get? So with this it is clear that theta W will become how much here? This is 0.15 degrees. So this is going to be the final answer in this case. Okay, so this is going to be the final answer in this case.